Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zurich, Switzerland for the press conference for East versus West Arm Wrestling 20, brought to you in association with Triple X Fitness. And tonight, we get an opportunity to meet the athletes behind the matches. 12 of the best coming tomorrow night, and we have assembled all our athletes here, and they will answer your questions throughout tonight. So line them up, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 5 title matches on the line tomorrow night. We have got many of the world's best pullers from every corner of the globe, and tomorrow night it goes down. You can see the championship belts up there on the tables in front of our reigning champions, but will they leave Zurich with the same belt they brought? Ladies and gents, let's get straight into the questions, starting with match number 1 on tomorrow night's card. Sweden's Elina Pearson makes her debut here, and you can hear there's a popular Swedish contingent in the crowd. She will face the home athlete representing Switzerland. Snezana Babayeva is here, and you can hear the support for Snezana Babayeva. Multiple world champion, European champion and national champion, and she will be faced by a serious athlete from Sweden. We will get things underway with any questions from our contingent here for Elina Pearson or Snezana Babayeva, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear the support for Babayeva in the crowd here. And I've got a question of my own for Elina Pearson, because I spoke to her just a moment ago, asked Elina how confident she was going into this thing. She said, I'm fine about the match, but I hate the press conference. I don't like being put under the spotlight. Elina, you're facing an incredibly decorated athlete. This is a multiple European and world champion, and you're facing her on home soil in your debut, and yet you seemed quite fine with that. You were okay with it. How confident are you behind the smile?
Actually, not so very confident, to be honest. But I think this will be a really, really fun challenge for me. So I have nothing to lose to face Snezana. So I'm really looking forward to see her at the table tomorrow.
I want to come to Snezana Babayeva. Heavy favorite coming into this. Do you feel like the favorite? Do you feel like you can perform here in front of your home crowd?
Снежана Бабаева, который является большим фаворитом в этом матче. Чувствуешь ли себя так? Чувствуешь ли ты то, что ты сможешь показать удивительную борьбу прямо в своем доме, в Швейцарии, перед зрителями?
Фаворит или не фаворит. Главное, какая подготовка была, поэтому я считаю, что я сделала максимум в подготовке и готова к завтрашнему бою.
Favorite or not, I don't know. I know for sure that I did all my best in the work, and tomorrow I will show it and be a great fight tomorrow.
Now, I've got another question for Snezana. Obviously, you've been involved in the organization of this. You're very significantly involved in the Swiss Federation and the setup of this truly magnificent event. How much has that detracted from your training?
И я прекрасно понимаю то, что ты потратила очень много сил на то, чтобы устроить этот ивент и помочь максимально армрестлингу. Насколько сильно это отвлекало тебя от подготовки, от этого матча?
Отвлекала максимально, конечно, это не так легко совмещать все вместе, но я буду импровизировать завтра, посмотрю, к чему это меня привело.
Well, it distracted me as much as possible, but I did my best, and tomorrow is going to be like an improvisation for me, so we'll see how it goes. I'll do my best.
Neither girl wants to show too much confidence, but that is match 1. Elina Pearson of Sweden, Snezana Babayeva. They will go right at it. First out of the gate, Babayeva on home ground. Opportunity to swing for the fences for Elena Pearson of Sweden. Obviously, we know that Sweden has a great female arm wrestling tradition. Will we see the birth of a new star tomorrow? Tune in and check that one out, guys. We move to the second match on our card. On the right arm, making his debut, Emanuel Bataglia of Italy. Effe Kolmek of Turkey will throw down on the right now. This was a late replacement through the injured Philip Larsson. I want to firstly look if we have any questions for this match, ladies and gents, from the assembly here. Any questions from our assembled audience for Bataglia and Effe Kolmek? Okay, I've got a couple of questions for Effe Kolmek. Effe, home ground so many times in Istanbul, Turkey. We're not in Turkey. We are in Switzerland, and this has been a little bit of a trek for you over here, and you've had very limited time to prepare. You were a late call-up with the injury to Philip Larsson. Were you already in good shape? Were you in your top condition to take this match?
I came here as a world champion. I never lose this year with my right arm. I plan to continue with that, so I'm ready.
But the World Championships was very recently. Did you suffer any kind of damage, any injuries, any tweaks, or are you in perfect condition?
I'm perfectly healthy now. I rest a little bit, then I train for Manuel. I'm ready now, yeah.
And what do you know about this guy? Tell me what you know about Emanuel Bataglia.
I know him from WIF. I'm familiar with his technique. I know him, so I work with his technique, so it's okay for me.
Now let's go over to Emanuel Bataglia. Mate, this is a late notice call-up, and it's the world champion coming over to face you. You were planning to face Philip Larsson. Very different style of arm wrestler, very long, tall top roller. That is not what you're going to face in Effe Kolmek. Has it changed how you have prepared for the match?
La tua tecnica sarà differente di quella che sei abituato adesso, della sua. Cosa dici su di questo?
C'ho un asso nella manica, adesso vedremo cosa se riuscirò a impormi.
So he won a national and he want to show how it's going to end up for him.
Now, I asked the question a moment ago of Effe. How confident are you here? How much do you know about this man? Effe has been a feature of East versus West for quite a while. Are you very familiar with his style?
Quanto sai di lui e il suo stile? E sei familiare con il suo stile?
Sì, abbiamo già tirato in passato e la tecnica secondo me è molto simile anche alla mia, però penso di potercela fare.
He knows him. He pulled already in the past with him, and he knows his technique, and he thinks that he's gonna be okay with him and he's gonna win the match.
Anche se ho visto che quest'anno comunque si è allenato molto, è molto in forma quest'anno.
And he saw that he's really in condition this year. He trained really hard, and he's gonna respect that too, and he's gonna looking forward to the match.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emanuel Bataglia, Effe Kolmek. That's a second match on tomorrow night's card, right arm. And it will be a banger. Kolmek stepping up late, but he is a world champion, will be ready to go, and that should be a killer. For match number 3, tomorrow night, we welcome back a couple of fan favourites to East versus West 20, and this match will be contested on the left arm. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, representing Ukraine, Sergei Kalachenko. And you can hear the level of support for Sergei Kalachenko. He will be facing the man from Canada, the Wild Horse, Matt Mask. I'm going to ask a question before we go out to our crowd. First of all, Matt Mask, you guys have history, but not on the left arm. You've trained together, but you've pulled this guy on the right, and the mind games have been running for a couple of days now at the hotel. Where is your head at?
First of all, I just want to say, hey, Sergey, fuck you, okay?
Fuck you too, Matt. Fuck you too. Shut up your dirty mouth.
Hey, language. There's fucking kids in the crowd. Watch your language, hey?
Shut up your mouth. Fucking cunt.
Honestly, it's a completely different arm, completely different styles between the both of us. They both feel completely different. So we're gonna find out here tomorrow. It's already tomorrow, right, Yoshi? Tomorrow. It's all going down tomorrow.
Let's go over to Sergey Kalachenko. Obviously, Matt Mask, you're a big fan, Sergey. We've seen you laughing, joking, and smiling with him around the hotel. But I do feel like your mood will change a great deal tomorrow night. And when we spoke privately, you told me that you thought your left arm had improved a lot more than Matt Mask's. How confident are you going into tomorrow?
И, соответственно, все фанаты видели, как вы на видео смеялись с Мэттом, веселились, и я уверен, поменяется ли твое настроение, когда придет ночь боя. И также ты мне говорил, когда мы лично с тобой разговаривали, то, что твоя левая, по-твоему, она просто прогрессировала больше, чем левая Мэтт Маска. Насколько ты уверен в этом матче?
First of all, what I want to say against for Matt Mask, fuck you, Matt Mask. Fuck you.
Language, we talked about.
Of course. Before competition, we speak good with Matt Mask, we smile, but now it's finished. And tomorrow I show my best, and my left arm, I think it's my best shape for last 7 years. And I beat you one time, and I beat you second time, and maybe need third time. How many I have fight with you? Every time I will beat you.
Now we have a couple of questions from our audience members. I'm going to hand the microphone over for a question for this match.
Hiya, I have a question for Matt. It was really nice to meet you today, briefly earlier. Awesome dude. I've got a generic question, really. How has your prep been for this match? I'd like to hear about it.
My prep for every match I've had prior to this one has just been table time, just because I push it any harder than table time. And even the table time would kind of be mediocre. I'm always sore with my left. This is the first time in probably 3 years I've actually been able to start hitting weights in between table time as well. It hasn't been aggressive with heavy weights, but everything's starting to feel a lot more connected. Probably the first time in probably 4 or 5 years with my left. So.
I've got to bring someone else in to this conversation just now. No Limit Steven Larratt, ladies and gentlemen, is up there at the table. As we know, big fan and training partner of his little brother, Matt Mask. Now, we were talking earlier today, Devon, and you said that you favoured Matt in this match. And one of the reasons was because of the injury that happened to Sergey Kalachenko earlier in his career. And that those kind of demons don't go away. You feel that may come back to haunt him if Matt can get something. Just talk to everybody about that a little bit and why you feel that way, and we'll bring Sergey in on the question.
Yeah. Well, hey, Switzerland, how you guys doing? Yeah, so many good matches on the card, but yeah, Matt Mask, I'm pretty sure, is going to totally destroy Kalachenko. Where are you, Kalachenko?
Shut up, too.
Hey, this guy is like some kind of a punk, hey? This guy, what is he, like the biggest? He's like the biggest loser up here, right?
Every time. Speak too much, Canadian sportsman. Every time.
Kalachenko, you are the biggest loser on this whole bench. You're going to get smoked, man. You're going to get smoked by another Canadian.
Today, say everything what you want. Tomorrow, I beat your Matt Mask, and really, it will be very
Very bad day for you.
It's going to be very funny seeing your face when I beat you.
Very bad day for Kalachenko. Yeah, no, I think when you break your arm, it's like forever in your head, right? Like he broke his arm and now he's going up against Matt. I think there's probably a bet out there, like a 1 to 100 odds that he breaks his arm, and I'm willing to bet anybody $1. Anybody. How much? 1,000 euro? That he's going to break his arm? You got $1,000 that 1,000. He's going to win. $1,000. Come see me. Come see me afterwards. Yeah, I'll take your money. I'll take your money. Come see me afterwards.
$1,000 bet just flew in there on Sergei Kalachenko.
People never lie.
I love coming to Switzerland. Lots of chocolate. Now I'm going to have $1,000. $1,000. Big party Saturday night, Matt. Big party, buddy. Big party.
$1,000 worth of Swiss chocolate goes a long, long way. What a matchup that's going to be. Listen, Matt, when you guys trained together in Canada, legend has it that you were in control of that training session early. And then later in the day, Sergei came back and he was getting the better of the training there. Do you feel like you've improved at the same rate, or is this guy right? Do you think he's improved more than you have on the left? Do you think he's more focused?
He may be a little more focused, but he's still got that in the back of his mind. My left is kind of like my retarded little brother that has dyslexia. He always wants to sleep all the time. But when he wakes up, you better watch out, right? So...
Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup in prospect there. Sergei Kalachenko and Matt Mask will go in match number 3 of our card, left-handed, here at East versus West 20. And we move on to match number 4 on the card, which is a banger. On the right arm, we will see Daniil Ustinov come up a weight class, and he will face Mindaugas Teratis. Now, what a match this is. Ustinov, I'm a world champion. Mindaugas Teratis, world champion, and the bigger man for a change here. And we're going to start with Mindaugas Teratis. Now, Mindaugas, I'm going to start by saying you're looking powerful at the moment. You look exceptional as always. But surely, as the universally recognized greatest arm wrestler ever to draw breath, that must bring a little bit of pressure to this kind of situation.
No, yeah, I think we can all see that Daniil brought a great shape, and I'm sure he worked hard for it. But we still have to remember that he'll have to face my amazing arm wrestling genetics. And on top of that, also the fact that I accidentally mastered every single arm wrestling technique available. So I think I'm gonna absolutely destroy him.
Typically understated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in attendance here, we're going to get back to that in a second. But a rumor just came through that Levan Saganashvili heard that Mindaugas Teratis match was coming up and he wanted to be at the table. Welcome the king of arm wrestling, the overall champion of the world, Levan Saganashvili. The Georgian Hulk will sneak his way past and join us in the center of the table. Levan Saganashvili, ladies and gents, joins us here at East versus West 20, and he wanted to get in the middle of this match. Mindaugas Teratis telling us there he will utterly destroy Daniil Ustinov. Daniil Ustinov is not easy to destroy. This man is a world champion and a savage. Let's get over to Daniil and find out his opinions on this match. Daniil, you know Mindaugas Teratis very well. How confident do you feel going up in weight to face this man?
Как сказал Миндаугас, он тебя совершенно уничтожит, но я уверен, что это не так просто сделать с таким человеком, как ты. Ты чемпион мира, и я уверен, это будет жесткий матч. Ты, как человек, который поднимается в весе и хорошо знает Миндаугас, как ты себя чувствуешь? Насколько ты уверен в себе в этом матче?
На самом деле привез сюда хорошую форму. То, что в свои годы я здесь нахожусь, это уже для меня победа. В завтрашнем дне я докажу и сотворю историю, то, что чемпионы не вечные, и на каждого чемпиона найдется свой. Так что готовься, завтра будет жарко.
You know, I'm in a great shape, and really I came here just to make sure. I will remind you that champions are not eternal, and tomorrow I'll show you a great match. I feel great right now.
Ladies and gents, we have... So, I think we got Mindaugas Teratis got something to say about that.
You know, guys, Kazakhstan is famous for extremely good lightweight arm wrestlers. And I find it hard to believe that Daniil is the best representative today from Kazakhstan. You know, he's just such a young guy. I really don't believe in his power. And after he loses tomorrow, I only have one request. I want him to come back to Kazakhstan and tell the rest of his friends to train harder.
В Казахстане столько ребят в нижних категориях, которые просто невероятного уровня армрестлеры, и мне сложно подумать то, что Устинов один из них. Я уверен, что когда ты проиграешь и вернешься в Казахстан, ты будешь тренироваться еще жестче после этого.
У тебя хороший настрой. Ты пытаешься сбить мне настрой, пожелать мне поражения. Ты готовься к своему поражению, потому что я тебя завтра удивлю.
You know, I see you're feeling good for this match and very hyped up, but you should calm down. If tomorrow I beat you, it's all going to go away.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a couple of questions from our assembled audience here for this match. I'm going to hand the microphone over and they can ask the questions for Mindaugas Teratis and Daniil Ustinov.
Yes, I will make it very short. It's for Daniil Ustinov. When you lose tomorrow, what will your excuse be, or don't you have any excuses at all?
Если ты завтра проиграешь, у тебя будет какое-нибудь оправдание своему поражению или без них?
Я не настраиваюсь на свое поражение. Я настраиваюсь на победу и сделаю все для этого.
I don't prepare myself for defeat. I came here to win, and I prepare for it well.
So no excuses at all.
Значит, без оправданий.
Все будет по плану.
You bring your best shape.
Everything will go as my plan is.
And we have another question for Daniil Ustinov.
Question in Russian. Daniil Ustinov, с возвращением долгого простоя. Как ваша была подготовка? И как мы уже знаем, у вас была встреча с вашим соперником. Вы уже с легкостью уже выигрывали его. Завтрашний день будет также доминация, и думаю, у вас была хорошая подготовка.
Да, подготовка прошла на высшем уровне. Привезли сюда хорошую форму. Думаю, завтра будет интересная борьба. Легко точно не будет.
I bring in my best shape and I feel good, and tomorrow it's not going to be an easy day. It's going to be an amazing match.
We have time for one more question for this match. Going to hand the microphone over and see what we get.
Okay, I have a question for Daniil Ustinov again. And I have a question for Daniil Ustinov again. And I'm kind of curious on how his future will be, since he's the 70 kg champion, and how the outcome of this match will affect his ongoing in his arm wrestling career, if he's going to stay at 77 or maybe go down again and defend his title a little more. I'm curious if the outcome of this match will affect Daniil Ustinov, if he's going to stay at 77 kg or go down to 70 and defend his belt.
Вопрос у меня такой. Повлияет ли итог этого матча на твое решение остаться в той или иной весовой категории? Спустишься ли ты при поражении в 70 килограмм, чтобы продолжить защиту пояса, или, может, ты хочешь остаться в 77? Как ты видишь будущее?
Я отталкиваюсь от предложений лиги. Если будут предложения не на коротком уведомлении, за 2-3 месяца спуститься в 70, то можно будет спуститься в 70. Но думаю себя показать 77.
Okay, my decisions are upon East versus West's offers, and if they offer me a 70-kilo match on 2 or 3 months' notice, I am ready to go down there. But overall, I want to show myself in 77 kilograms.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible matchup. Mindaugas, you heard what he said there. He wants to hang around at this weight class. Do you think you're going to send him back to the 70s tomorrow, or is this going to be a new threat for you in the weight division, which is already stacked?
I just hope that he does not quit arm wrestling completely. That's my only hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match in prospect. Daniil Ustinov of Kazakhstan, world champion. Mindaugas Teratis, world champion. Tomorrow it goes down here at East versus West 20. And we move on to the next match on the card, match number 5. And what a battle of top-end strength and determination this will be, as we welcome back to the promotion, representing Ukraine, Petro Maharid. And his opponent is an arm wrestling legend from the Far East. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Yoshinobu Kanai! Yoshinobu Kanai, Petro Maharid, guys at very different stages of their arm wrestling career, and yet we have only seen one match from Yoshi Kanai, and his opener was an incredible battle against Todzilla, Todd Hutchkins. Yoshi, I wanted to come to you first. We saw what you were capable of, and you were a surprise for many people when you first showed yourself at East versus West. Many people did not believe that you would be able to make the match with Todzilla as hard as it was. Tomorrow night, this is different. Petro Maharid knows what to expect. But you are pulling a very different style of arm wrestler. Are you more confident now that you've been here once before?
前回よりもっと自信持ってますか？ここにいた時。ここ2回目ですよね、ここにいるのは。
前回の倍は強いです。
I'm strong. This time I will be even stronger than last time, and I will show everyone.
Twice as strong, Yoshinobu Kanai. That's pretty impressive stats. Yoshi, how familiar are you with Petro Maharid? What do you know about this man?
名前は知らないんですけど、その人のどんなこと知ってますか？強さとか。
ペトロ選手はものすごく強いと思いますが、明日は私が大和魂をフルに発揮し、勝利に向かいます。
I know Petro is so strong, but I have a soul of samurai, and I will win.
A soul of a samurai.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yoshinobu Kanai, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over to Petro Maharid, athlete from Ukraine. Petro, you are an athlete who has flown under the radar. Maybe not so many eyes have been on you, and yet your resume is fabulous. You have incredible wins against some of the toughest athletes on the roster. Tomorrow, you face a legend in Yoshi Kanai, and you face someone who is a fan favorite. Do you think this will raise your profile, will make more people aware of just how strong you are?
Возможно, многие люди за тобой не следят, но у тебя просто невероятное резюме и победы просто над невероятными армрестлерами. Сегодня ты встречаешься с Yoshi Kanai. Can you repeat the last part, please? I cannot hear.
No problem. I asked if he feels that this could be a good opportunity for him to raise his profile because he's pulling such a popular athlete.
И раз ты соревнуешься с таким популярным атлетом на таком высоком уровне, видишь ли ты это как возможность улучшить свое резюме и повысить свой уровень и для зрителей, и в мире армрестлинга в общем?
Да, конечно, я вижу тут возможность даже в будущем поменять свою технику. Если я проиграю Йоши, то мне придется сделать очень много выводов, так как с кинзмувом я опыта не имел, и даже времени не было, чтобы как-то технику свою перестроить под эту борьбу.
Yeah, of course I see it as a great opportunity, and also I see it as a great opportunity to maybe change my style and learn something new, because before this I never had an opportunity or chance to pull a king's move like this, and really didn't have enough time as well to prepare for it, so this is a new experience, and maybe I'll have to change my styles after this match.
I was just going to ask you, Petro, obviously most of your victories come from your unbelievable power and your strength on the inside, and yet we've seen that even Toddzilla found it very difficult to get near the hook with Yoshi. Have you adjusted your training coming into this match?
Многие твои победы, они были чуть другой. Я как раз это и хотел спросить, потому что техника сейчас нестандартная. И когда ты видел то, что даже тот Hutchkins с такой силой, ему было сложно бороться с Йоши, изменил ли ты как-то свой тренировочный процесс?
Я практически ничего не изменил, потому что времени было мало перестраиваться, и я мог бы только ухудшить свои результаты. Но вообще, если так подумать, то Йоши для меня самый опасный соперник, с которым я боролся на турнирах East-West.
You know, I didn't really have enough time to change the style and how I pull because it was just not enough, so I rather kept getting stronger the lane I already am. But I would say definitely right now, Yoshi is by far the most dangerous guy I've ever pulled at East versus West. And his style.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible matchup in prospect. Petro Maharid of Ukraine, Yoshinobu Kanai of Japan. It surely can only end in an absolute war. Both men so sticky, so powerful. What a match in prospect. We go to the left arm for match number 6 on the card, and one of the rising stars from Latvia. Please welcome Toms Rosett. Toms Rosett's been popular with the ladies around the hotel, the only man that created a massive rush to get pictures with him when we got the fan pictures today, and he will be facing the champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen, and one of the most impressive left-hand arm wrestlers pound for pound that the sport has ever seen. Please raise it up and show your love for Oleg Jacqu. Oleg Jacqu, we're going to start with the champion. He has the belt, polished and proud, sat right in front of him, and he told me in the past that in this weight division he is the king and there is no one close. We know that the man he will face tomorrow has history with Oleg, has pushed him hard in a different format, but has been training like a savage. How much of a threat does he feel that Toms Rosett represents?
Начнем с чемпиона с блестящим ремнем перед ним, который гордо перед ним стоит. Вы уже встречались с Томсом, возможно, в другой обстановке и в другой лиге, но все же. И ты мне всегда говорил, что в этой весовой категории никто не сможет тебя победить. Против тебя сегодня борется Томс, который, я уверен, сделал свои выводы после турнира и который начал тренироваться еще жестче. Насколько уверенно ты себя чувствуешь? Насколько ты думаешь, это будет сложный матч?
Let's go over to Toms Rosett after this translation.
Так. Ну, я постійно тренуюся, я розумію, що постійно на мене тиск, типу, моїх суперників. Я так само розумію, що вони готуються в мене виграти. Дуже багато є людей у світі, які хочуть це зробити, типу, і виграти. Але ж я це все враховую, я тренуюся і думаю, що я не дозволю їм цього зробити.
I perfectly understand that Toms is a dangerous opponent. I trained very well for this one and I did my best and I'm ready to.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go over to Toms Rosett. You've heard what the champion has to say, Toms. You're a man of very few words but powerful deeds, and you're gaining a reputation around the world as a serious threat. Do you feel like you've improved a great deal from the last time you faced this man and managed to create big problems for him?
Yeah, I have worked hard, and I have gained some more power because I worked mostly with my left arm. So I don't feel so tired after the gym practice if I work only with one arm, right? And what else? You know, he's saying he's a king, right? But as we know, all kings always fall sometimes. He will be next one tomorrow.
What makes Oleg Jacqu so difficult to arm wrestle against? What are the big problems that this guy represents? Because he's a very unique competitor, Toms. For the people at home, what are the challenges that you're going to face from this man?
What's the hardest? I guess we all know what kind of arm he has. So it's not comfy. It's pretty hard to grip it, and that's what makes him a champion, actually. So.
And how have you managed to prepare yourself for that? Have you been pulling against guys with longer arms, bigger hands, heavyweights, super heavyweights? Have you done anything specifically to prepare for the kind of pressure you're going to feel through the hand and wrist when you pull Oleg Jacqu?
Yeah, we were like experimenting, making some boxing gloves and some towels under that boxing glove just to make that arm more bigger, because otherwise, I should find some bigger arm in my gym, just to make that arm feel more not that comfortable, like it's casual, right?
Oleg, I wanted to pick up one last question with yourself, mate. We spoke yesterday about your dominance in this weight division. And when we did the live throughout the day, you spoke about your aspirations to go against bigger athletes in the future. Maybe even against the heavyweights and the super heavyweights. Is that something you're set on doing? Are you focused on doing that?
И вот недавно, когда мы говорили, ты разговаривал о своей доминации в своей категории, даже на лайве, ты говорила о своем желании перейти в более высокие категории, бороться с более большими ребятами. Есть ли какое-то желание, может, цель твоя бороться с тяжеловесами?
Спочатку, ми думаю, потрібно захистити цей пояс категорії 85. А якщо все буде добре, то наступна категорія я постараюся виграти 95, а далі вже як вийде.
No, I'll do my best to defend the 75 title and try to win an 85 title. The 85 title defended, and then try to win the 95. But I'll just do my best, see how it goes, and try to keep going forward and forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match in prospect. Toms Rosett of Latvia. Oleg Jacqu, one of the pound-for-pound best the sport has seen on the left arm. They will go to war tomorrow here at East versus West 20, and it will be a battle. We go to the ladies' open weight class for another incredible matchup and a world title defense for one of the ladies who is recognized as in the conversation for the female GOAT. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to raise the roof and rip it off for the Iron Angel, Gabriela Vasanchelos. Gabi Vasanchelos of Brazil. And she will be facing the lady who is currently the #1 right-hander overall in the world. She tries to take the title on the left tomorrow night. Raise it up for Barbara Bachova. And we're going to start with Barbara Bachova. Barbara, champion on the right arm, you are #1. And ordinarily, it's you who brings the pressure into the match. And we know Gabriela has run you close. Tomorrow, it's a little different. You are the hunter, not the hunted. You're going after a new title. And you get an opportunity to put the pressure on Gabriela. How does that feel going into the match?
Hello guys, I feel very good, no stress, and I have nothing to lose tomorrow, only I can gain. I prepared us very hard. I made the promise to my home and I never break the promise. I wanna take the belt back to Slovakia and I wanna celebrate to double East versus West champion.
Barbora Bachova, what a threat this is going to be for our champion. Let's go to her right now. Gabriela Vasanchelos, the Iron Angel, with the belt sat right there in front of her. Gabi, same kind of question warmed over twice. You have challenged Barbora for the right-hand title. But the beautiful thing about you is that you are very balanced. You've got a fabulous right, you've got a fabulous left. They're different style, but in terms of the level, pretty similar, right?
Yeah, first of all, thank you everyone who came here to see us. And thank you, East vs. West, for having us again. Yeah, I challenged her right arm, but my left is just as good. And I think this is in my advantage that my left isn't as different as my right arm. And I think most people have some more differences than I do. And I feel stronger than my last match. So I'm going for my title defense, full power, and I'm hoping to take it back to Brazil.
Now, we've talked about your strength level. What about technically, Gabriela? On the left and the right arm, are you as versatile? Do you pull similarly? Or are you different style of arm wrestler with the left?
I pull differently, but it's not worse or better. It's just different, and I'm not going to give all my secrets here. But yeah, I think she'll go for a good surprise, and she can make all the promises she wants. I'm not letting her keep it.
Do you think, Gabriela, that there is a bigger difference in strength between yourself and Barbora on the left arm than there is between you guys on the right arm?
I hope it does, based on results and history and comments of many people, in fact. But I'm not really counting on that, because it's going to be a new thing for both of us. So I'm just going to go as prepared as I did all I could. I did all I needed to do. I worked on my endurance, okay? And I think it's going to be a good match. And she's going to feel my left-hand power.
So we're going to throw this open to our assembled audience here, and we have a question for our ladies champions.
I want to ask you, Barbora, I saw about your Project Iron. And do you think that this project prepared you enough for this match?
About preparing?
Yeah.
I training very hard the last 2 months, and I feel good. I feel very confident, and I hope I will win tomorrow.
Good luck, I hope so.
Thank you.
One more question for myself, Barbora. You talked earlier on about the fact that you have prepared very hard on the left arm. Many people may believe that you don't focus as much on your left versus your right. When you look at your training, Barbora, how much percentage of your time do you give to the left arm versus the right?
Now I'm focused 100% on left hand. I'm not afraid. If the match starts with top roll or hook, it doesn't matter for me. I'm prepared very well.
Wow, Gabriela Vasanchelos. Must be music to your ears. Do you feel like Barbara could have something for you on the inside if this match turns into a hook?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
If the match turned inside in a hook, do you feel that
that's my
Barbara
game.
could match you there?
That's my safe field. I don't know where you want to go there.
Oh, a stony silence, ladies and gentlemen. This could be interesting. The world title defense. Gabriela Vasanchelos, Barbara Bachova. It goes down tomorrow night. What a matchup. And we stay with the left arm. And we move to the super heavyweight division for the men. And what about this for a matchup? The Golden Dragon, Kamil Jablonski. And an East versus West 20 brought to you in association with Triple X Fitness. He will be facing David Dadikian of Armenia. And I'm going to start with the Golden Dragon with our first question before we turn it over to the house here. Kamil, you have gained an incredible reputation on that left arm. You've had some very impressive results, but they have been against different style arm wrestlers to the one you will face tomorrow night. What has changed? What have you done differently to prepare for David Dadikian?
Yeah, so I think every one time when I came to East versus West to pull, I getting the more difficult opponent, and this time is same. David is like one of the hardest matches which I can get. So what I could do, I listened some podcast, and he mentioned that he like me to go inside with him to test his power. But I've got similar story with Zeranov, and he mentioned that also. I like to go with you inside, but I don't like your flop press. And from this conversation with David, I understand that he also don't like my flop press. So I'll be very kind for him tomorrow, and I will give it to him 3 times the flop press. So I will see it, how he will deal with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Dragon, Kamil Jablonski, and you hear a lot of the game plan there. He feels like he can dead wrist flop press straight through David Dadikian. And if you look at the face of David Dadikian, I think he feels differently. Ladies and gentlemen, David Dadikian of Armenia. Let's get his thoughts on this match. David, a dangerous opponent coming in, Kamil Jablonski. This guy has been on a tear. He's had some great results, but a lot of people feel like you may be his kryptonite. You may be his poison. Do you feel the same?
По твоему лицу не скажешь, что ты как-то волнуешься о Камиле. У него было последние несколько матчей, у него шикарные победы против сильных соперников. Но многие фанаты сейчас считают, что ты как криптонит для него, и у тебя самая худшая техника, ты его очень сильно закрываешь в местах. Считаешь ли ты так же, что ты для него как криптонит?
Сначала приветствую всех приветствую. Я, наверное, хотел бы задать встречный вопрос и уточнить точно. Он точно имел в виду, что я боюсь его техники?
First of all, I just want to make sure. Are you really sure I'm scared of your technique?
Yeah, I am sure. I hope I could understand.
Мне кажется, даже залу смешно, честно. Мне кажется, я более неудобный, чем кто может быть. Поэтому, не знаю, Камилу желаю спокойствия, подышать побольше, поуспокоиться. А там поборемся, посмотрим.
Really, it looks like even people in the room here are laughing at you. Like, I don't think there is anyone who's more uncomfortable than me. No, I think you should just relax a little bit, go out, breathe some air, stop being so nervous.
Hey, I am not nervous.
Я не волнуюсь.
I just can't wait for that.
Я просто хочу побороться.
Да, отлично, отлично, я очень рад. Я чувствую просто, что Камил прям сильно заряжен, ему это все нравится. Да, я очень рад, честно, что я могу передавать такие эмоции Камилу, и он так радуется. Давайте спросим у Девона, что он скажет, кого он видит, меня или Камила.
You know, really, for Kamil, I'm very happy that I make him feel such strong emotions, that he's so hyped for the match. No, I want to hear what Devon thinks about this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, Devon Lara asked to give his opinion and his thoughts on this.
All I know is I heard my name from Daddy Can. You say something about me?
Ты что-то про меня сказал?
Как он думает, у кого лучше техника, у меня или у Камила?
Who has more advantage, him or Kamil? Who's going to win the match?
Well, that's a good match. It's a good match. This match is probably the match I'm the most unsure about.
Это очень хороший матч. Это, наверное, матч, в котором я не уверен больше всего.
And I think that it's really important that I just stay ranked higher than Kamil. So I think you're going to win.
Для меня самое важное быть в ранке выше, чем Камил. Так что нужно, чтобы ты выиграл.
That way, everything is right in the world. I'm ranked higher than Kamil. Everybody's happy.
Если ты выиграешь, все будет правильно в этом мире. Я буду выше, чем Камил в ранке, и все будут довольны.
Devon, I know you are getting older and older, but don't forget Las Vegas, okay?
Kamil, if I just want to do an advertisement, if ever you open an arm wrestling school, I'm going to tell everybody never ever to go there.
Devon, when I will beat tomorrow David, I will come to see you after pool, and I will press you also, okay?
One more time, Kamil, okay? I'm ranked higher than you until tomorrow, okay? You're not even the king of Poland.
Be happy tonight, be happy.
I'm the best guy in Poland, Kamil. I'm the best Polish arm wrestler.
I am so happy for you.
You are ranked number 3 in Poland.
Till tomorrow, maybe.
Devon, let's talk about the technicalities of this thing, mate, because when you pulled with Kamil, you said, I think the only real threat to this guy is somebody who's unbelievably strong in a hook. Does that mean you're leaning towards David Darikian?
Yeah, from a technical perspective, the match is very interesting. From what I think I know about arm wrestling, technically, David should have a technical advantage. But the thing about arm wrestling is you can do anything, and if you're strong enough and good enough at it, you're going to win. And
exactly.
And Kamil really legitimately, nobody does this crazy move he does. Only him and Jerry, you know? Nobody else does that crazy stuff. So I don't think anybody should do it. So I hope Jerry wins, because Vitaly, well, I don't want to see Vitaly win. But I don't want to see Kamil win, so...
We know that you will send Jerry because you don't want to pull Vitaly.
Listen, there's two kind of flop wrist pressers in the world. There's good ones that come from the West, and there's bad ones that come from Poland. Okay? He's a no-good type of flop wrist presser.
Devon, Vitaly is... I mean...
Kamil, you're fucked. You are in big trouble. Just put the mic down, Kamil.
I want to
just put
say
it down.
You will not avoid Vitaly.
Just put the mic
is
down.
Your destination.
Tomorrow, David's going to kick your ass. Everybody on here knows it. You better wake up and start the top roll. Top roll is for smart people, Kamil. Remember that.
I will save that
top
moment.
roll is for smart people.
Hermes Gasparini, what do you think about that, mate? You might have something to say on that. Today, Kamil was giving you a little instruction on the press. Are you warming up to that, or do you still think it's all about quality in the top roll?
Top roll quality, my friend, for smart people. Maybe you can learn something from me sometime.
Hermes, come on. You are east or west?
I'm for top roll, my friend, no east or west. Only top roll.
Okay, we see.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match in prospect there. Left-hander in the supers, the Golden Dragon, Kamil Jablonski and David Dikan. It is on tomorrow night, East versus West 20, and it goes down tomorrow, brought to you in association with Triple X Fitness. And we move on with our card and to the next matchup, and it is for the 95 kilogram championship of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Irakli Zirakashvili of Georgia. On the back row there, looking polished, looking professional. Zirakashvili ran this title to the edge of existence against the man he will rematch tomorrow. He hails from the United States of America and is known as Todzilla Todd Hutchkins. Ladies and gentlemen, Todzilla Todd Hutchkins, Irakli Zirakashvili. The last time it was a war. Will we see the same again? We're going to throw this straight to our audience where we have some questions.
Hi Todd, hi Irakli. I follow you both. I have massive respect for both of you. My question is for Irakli, because I think maybe Todd just need to do the same thing he already did to win. So my question is for Irakli, are you stronger? Have you some new ace in the sleeve or something new you want to do to take it on this time? Thank you both.
Can you repeat, please, mate?
All right. The question was for Irakli, if he has something new, some haze in the sleeve, some new technique, some new strength that this time can make the things go the other way around. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. რა თქმა უნდა შევცვალე ბევრი რამ, ხვალ იქნება სულ სხვაგვარი მატჩი, სულ სხვა შეხედულებით შეხედავენ უკვე ეს ხალხი, ვისაც ლაპარაკობდა რომ რაღაც არ შემეძლო და რამეს მიზეზობდი და რამე ცოტა სხვანაირად იყო, ხვალ იქნება რეალური მატჩი და ავიცი წინა მატჩი საერთოდ გაბრაზების მეტი არაფერი არ მაქვს იმ მატჩთან დაკავშირებით, რომ რატომ მოხდა და როგორ მოხდა და რატომ იყო ის მატჩი. საერთოდ არ მაინტერესებს, ხვალ იქნება სულ სხვაგვარი მატჩი და რეალური მატჩი, ასე რა ვთქვა.
Of course I changed everything I have, like this is going to be a completely different me. It's okay. It's going to be a completely different me, you know. I've changed a lot. I've changed everything I could after our match, and you know, there is nothing but anger after I remember our previous match, and after this tomorrow I'm going to fix everything right, and it's going to be a real match.
We have another question from our audience, ladies and gents.
First of all, I want to welcome everyone to Zurich. We are happy to see you here. My question is for Irakli. After he's lost tomorrow, how many times does he want to try it?
What again? After he's lost tomorrow?
Sorry, my question is for Irakli. After he's lost tomorrow, how many times does he want to try it? Until he wins?
If I lose tomorrow, I will never say that I'm going to pull him again. But it will not happen.
Thank you.
A very confident Irakli Zirakashvili of Georgia. We have one more question for this match, ladies and gentlemen.
My question would be for Todd. How do you think the strength gap has changed since the last match?
Could you repeat that, please?
How do you think the strength gap has changed since the last match?
You're asking about our strength since the last match?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm definitely stronger. I assume he's getting stronger too with training. So,
You know, he's one of the top 95 and one of the top 105 kilogram pullers. He didn't get there by being weak or foolish, so I'm expecting him to be stronger and maybe faster.
And Todd, let's talk about that in depth a little bit more. Obviously, they say that experience counts, mate. And you've had the experience now of pulling Irakli. He has had the experience of pulling you. In terms of the technical stuff, there was a surprise last time. It came from nowhere. Nobody thought that it was going to happen, but obviously, once bitten, right? Do you feel this time you are better prepared because of that experience?
Yeah, because he also tried it in the last match and it didn't work. So I think I learned that trick pretty quick.
And the same question to Irakli. You've pulled Todd once. You know what to expect. You know roundabout where the power level is going to be. How confident are you that you can bring something to the table that surprises Todd? Something different.
ყველაფერს მოვიტარა, რაც საჭირო იქნება, რა თქმა უნდა. ძალიან ძლიერი მოწინააღმდეგე მყავს, მაგრამ იმდენი ვივარჯიშე და მართლა ისეთი შრომა ჩავდი ამ მომზადებაში, რომ ვთვლი, რომ ამ მატჩისთვის 100%-ით მზად ვარ და ყველგან შემიძლია ვიბრძოლოს საერთოდ. არ აქვს მნიშვნელობა ის იქნება ჰუკში, ტოპ როლში თუ ტრიცეპსში.
Yeah, I will bring everything to the match to surprise him. I know I have a strong opponent, and I know I worked harder than I ever could. This is 100% my best shape ever. You know, I did everything. And tomorrow, I will be ready to fight everywhere. Hook, top roll, even triceps, everywhere.
I want to bring in Levan Saganashvili at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gents, the overall champion of the world, Levan Saganashvili. Let's get his opinion on this match. Levan, you know both these men very well. We've seen Toddzilla pull so many times. We know where he is at. We know he is a very hard obstacle to get around. But we heard your training partner, Irakli Zirakashvili, tell us that he is in the best shape of his life. And there's been big improvements. Do you agree? Do you feel like he's coming in much better condition than we've ever seen before?
ანუ ირაკლიმ გადაწია უკვე ორჯერ ტოტთან და ეხლა ამბობს რომ ძალიან მაგარ ფორმაში არის და თუ შეგიძლია
Hello everyone, nice to see you all together. I see how Irakli is training. We training together, and I see everything, and I know Irakli is really best shape now, and we teach last matches too many, and I know he gives everything in this match. He gives in training, he gives in match too. I say only one. Todd Hutchkins is very strong. He's a legend, and I not want to talk too much, but I want to tell Irakli I am with you tomorrow, and all Georgians is with you, and let's fight.
I'd also like to bring in the CEO, Commissioner of East versus West, Robert Baxter, at this time. Robert, this is an incredibly exciting matchup between one of the most enduring champions that arm wrestling has ever seen, a man who is pound for pound right there in the strongest ever list. And he is facing a savage who is on the rise. It's got to be exciting for you also to see this kind of match go down, Robert.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think, like Levan said, Irakli is stronger. We've seen the practices. We've seen him stepping up. We've heard about it. But we also know that Toddzilla, somehow, at 60 years old, continues to get better every time he comes out.
Ladies and gentlemen, an incredible match in prospect. It's the second time we've seen this. And if this is anything like it was the first time, it will be thunder and lightning tomorrow at East versus West 20 here in Zurich, Switzerland. Todd Hutchkins will defend the title against Irakli Zirakashvili of Georgia. Ladies and gents, we move to the next match on our card. It is match number 10 on the right arm for the 105 kilogram championship of the world. The title right now is held by Oleg Petrinko, and he will be pulling against Nugo Shikadze. In fact, the title is with Devon Larratt. It is, in fact, with Devon Larratt. Excuse my mispronunciation there, ladies and gents. And he actually has the belt with him, ladies and gents. So we're going to bring Devon in on this one in a moment. But first of all, let's hear from our combatants, starting with Oleg Petrinko. Oleg, this is a very, very difficult challenge from a man who's been in imperious form. The last few times out, Nugo has looked incredible, but he's never faced yourself. What is he going to see different? What is he going to feel differently when he pulls you tomorrow night?
Конечно же, у Нуго просто невероятные матчи, невероятные победы. Мне интересно, что завтра увидит Нуго, чего он еще никогда не встречал до борьбы с тобой.
Так, Нуго дуже сильний хлопець, але я думаю, що завтра в нього шансів не буде. І я дуже добре готовий до цього матчу, тому я впевнений в своїй перемозі.
You know, I trained really hard for this, and I'm sure I will win. So tomorrow, Nugo will have no chances at all. მე ვიცი რომ ძალიან მაგრამ მოვემზადე და ხვალ როცა გადავწევ ნუგოს არ ეკნება არანაირი შანსი.
Let's bring in Nugo Shikadze, ladies and gentlemen, of Georgia. He is going to be facing Oleg Petrinko tomorrow. His last match, we saw him victorious facing Matt Mask. This is a very different style of opponent, Nugo. In Matt Mask, you were facing a long, tall top roller with electric speed. Tomorrow, in Oleg Petrinko, you face someone who believes that he is stronger than you and will face you head on. Do you agree?
ამის წინ გქონდა მეტ მასკი, რომელიც არის ძალიან მაღალი და სწრაფი თოპროლერი. მაგრამ ეხლა ხვდები პეტრენკოს, რომელიც ძალიან ძლიერი მეტოქია და რომელსაც სჯერა რომ ხვალ იქნება შენზე ძლიერი. თუ გჯერა მაგას.
ერთი რაღაც მინდა თქვა, მოგესალმებით ყველას. კარგად ვერ ვხედავ სად ზის პეტრენკო და მინდა სათვალეს გავიკეთებ ცოტა
I'm very sorry, Petrinko is like really far away from here, so I have to put on my glasses to see him right now. Like I cannot see him right now.
მოდი პეტრენკო და ხვალ მომიგე აქვარ. შეც მასკივით გატირებ ვიკა.
Я, говорит, плохо вижу, ну, Петренко, можно очки одеть, взглянуть на него получше?
Так, можеш підійти, подивитись краще на... Кажу, можеш підійти, подивитись краще на мене.
თუ გინდა უფრო ახლოს მოდი რომ შემხედო, არაა პრობლემა.
მე რომ უფრო ახლოს მოვიდე თქო, შენ უნდა ისაჯო თქო და თავ შევიკავი და ხვალ დაგჭი თქო.
Знаешь, если я подойду поближе, ты начнешь бояться и нервничать, так что лучше я подойду завтра. You know, if I come a little closer, you'll start to get worried.
Я думаю, ти можеш завтра просто підійти і сказати, я здаюся, і поїхати, і все. І нічого не станеться за столом.
Tomorrow you can just come up and say, I give up, you know, nothing's going to change. ხვალ შეგიძლია უბრალოდ მოხვიდე და თქვა რომ ნებდები, არაა პრობლემა.
არასდროს მსგავსი ფიქრიც კი არ მქონია არავისთან და დამიჯერე ხვალ შენთვის სურპრიზი მაქვს და აი როგორც მითხარი მაშინ შეგვიძლიაო მატჩის მერე ვიმეგობროთო ასე მპირდებოდნენ სხვა მოწინააღმდეგებიც მაგრამ მატჩის მერე ჩემთან არავის უმეგობრია და ხვალ შენც იმაციას მიგაწერ ძალიან მარტივად
You know, every time I pulled people, you know, they offered me or I told them that let's be friends after the match. But, you know, after what I will do to you tomorrow, you don't want to be friends. Знаешь, каждый раз, когда я боролся с ребятами, либо они мне предлагали, либо я им говорил, давай дружить после матча. Но завтра, после того, что я с тобой сделаю, ты даже не захочешь со мной дружить.
Так, ми будемо після матчу дружити. Я забираю пояс в Ларата, ти його куртку, і все добре. Ми друзі.
We're friends, you know, I'll take Devon's belt, and you will lose, and you'll have his jacket, there's no problem. We may go prep, რა არის პრობლემა? მე კამარს ავიღებ Ლარატიდან, შენ ჯაკეტი გექნება.
შენ ხვალ როგორი სახე გექნება იცი პეტრენკო? შთაბეჭდილებას დატოვებ ასეც რომ სახლიდან წამოსული ხარ შორს პატარა ლიკვივით და გეშინია. აი როგორც ლარატთან დაგდიოდა ცრემლები ჩუმად აი მასი მოგივა ხვალიც.
The impression you will leave tomorrow is a little puppy who left his country to far, far away, just like it was first time with Devon. Как и было в первый раз, ты оставишь впечатление маленького щенка, который уехал из своей страны очень далеко, чтобы просто проиграть. Точно так же, как и Девоном в первый матч. Ты будешь слишком много.
Ну дивись, ну ти ж не Девон. Я думаю, що я тебе завтра просто знищу, як маленького бульдога. Щенятко маленьке.
But you're not Devon. Შენ Devon არ ხარ. შენ პატარა ლეკვისავით იქნები ჩემთვის.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear what Devon Larratt thinks about this. Devon, obviously, you've got some opinions. You're the guy with the belt right now, and I know from speaking to you privately that you're a little unsure about this one, and then you changed your opinion, then changed it again after you saw the guys here in Georgia. Where are the thoughts? Where are the feelings? What do you think about this one? No Limits, Devon Larratt.
So, anytime one of these belts change hands, I think it's a really great day. Anytime you defend a belt, great day. I got the honor of giving this belt back to the division because I'm too fat. Chasing these super heavyweights, I gotta get rid of this thing. I remember when I gave the belt to young Petrinko. I remember I gave it to him when he faced Dikan. And then not too much long after, I took it back from him. What a great night. I have no idea who's going to win. This is probably my most interesting match on the card. Petrinko looks in great shape. Really, ridiculous. This guy here, full of surprises. Full of surprises. I have no idea. This guy does things that I don't understand. So I don't know ever what to think when he pulls. I'm shocked every time. So I'm just looking forward to it. I can't wait to give one of you guys the belt. And, well, once I beat Vitaly Duck Lettin, and, well, maybe I'll find a chance after I... And then I'll come down. Yeah, and I'll see you.
Я помню день, когда... Изначально он начал с того, что всегда очень приятно давать ремень кому-то, но, к сожалению, и побеждать его тоже, но, к сожалению, я сейчас слишком толстый, так что придется вернуть его обратно. Я помню день, когда я вручил этот ремень Петренко. Это был очень хороший матч. И помню то, что незадолго после этого я забрал его обратно. Это было прекрасное ощущение, прекрасная ночь. Теперь заново я даю этот ремень одному из них. Я жду очень этот матч. Я не знаю, чего ожидать. Петренко выглядит просто в невероятной форме. А от Нуго он полон сюрпризов. И, честно, я не знаю, чего ожидать от обоих. И, может, после этого матча я смогу вот побороться с Виталием и выиграть его. И, возможно, даже побороть вот его.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a question from our audience for this matchup.
Hi guys, I have got a question for Nuga. Nuga, yeah, I have got a question for you. Look, I see one of the match in absolute category, and it's the Pushkar Cup in Ukraine, and the two guys in absolute category is here. They are here. It's Petrinko and Petro Margarin, yeah, and Petrinko win Margarin. and you lose Margarin now. What do you think about if you lose Petrinko? You say rematch with Margarin again or no? Because I think Ukrainians, it's not about you.
ანუ უკვე ერთი წაგება გაქვს პეტროსთან და ორივე არიან აბსოლუტურში უკრაინაში და თუ წააგებ ახლა პეტრენკოსთან რა უნდა ქნა კიდე ერთხელ მოგინდება გადაწევა პეტროსთან თუ უკვე აღარ
მადლობა კითხვისთვის მე სანამ კამარაზე ჩამენიშნებოდა შეხვედრა ყოველთვის მინდოდა პეტროსთან გადაწევა ხვალ მოვიგებ თუ წავაგებ ჩემთვის მნიშვნელობა არ აქვს თუ მოვიგებ უკეთესი მაგრამ პეტროსთან მაინც მინდა გადაწევა იმიტომ რომ მინდა რომ ის ესე რომ შემოველი და ის ერთი წაგება დამიფიქსირდა ახალი ვიყავი ჯერ მინდა რომ აი ეს ერთი წაგებაც გამოვასწორო და წაუგებელი ვიყო ამ ორგანიზაციაში ჩემ წონაში
You know, regardless of the outcome tomorrow, if I lose or win, I don't care. Better if I win, of course. I will face Petro again because when I just came in East versus West, I lost the match, and it's always bad to have that one loss on your resume. So I'm really looking forward to fixing that one so I can have a spotless record.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup in prospect. New goal. Shikadz of Georgia will face Oleg Petrinko of Ukraine for the title. Currently held by No Limits Devon Larratt. Tomorrow it will go to a new home, either Ukraine or Georgia. And at East versus West 20, we find out tomorrow, brought to you in association with Triple X Fitness. And we move to the next match of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is on the right arm for the 115 kilogram championship of the world. And what a lineup we have here as a new, ripped and ready, easy money Dave Chaffy comes into this after a bruising victory over in Colorado. He will move to his next match in this division. It is for the title. And the savage that he will face is all-powerful and holds the belt in this division. Raise it up and show your love for Ibrahim Sagov. Ladies and gents, Ibrahim Sagov, easy money, Dave Chaffy, and we're going to start with the chiseled Mr. Chaffy. Dave, on a march, mate, 115. Second time we've seen you out in this kind of competition. You look incredible. You looked incredible in your last match, and you're straight into the title shot. How are you feeling about this one?
Well, it really doesn't matter how I look. It's how I feel, and I feel great. I feel incredible. I'm coming in strong, stronger than I've ever been, to be honest with you, in certain areas. I feel great. I know I'm going up against an incredible opponent, so I have to be ready, I have to be fast, I have to be strong, and tomorrow night you're going to see a war.
Now, Dave, you faced some killers in your time. We've seen you tear through the super heavyweight division. Anyone at home may feel like when you're stepping down in weight, this is going to be an easier challenge, and yet we know that Ibrahim is a monster. How much respect do you give this guy, and where does he stack up versus the people you've pulled in the past in the higher weight division?
I have a ton of respect for him. He is an incredible competitor. I mean, I watched what he did against Gennady the last time. He destroyed him in 4 matches real easily. So when I get up to the table, it's going to be a great, great match. Like I said, tomorrow night, the title is mine.
Let's bring in the champion of the world, Ibrahim Sagov. Ibrahim, you are defending first defense of the title against Dave Chaffy. This guy looks incredible. You saw what he was able to do to someone as powerful as Todd Hutchkins. What have you got in store for the man from the USA, and how are you planning to defend the title tomorrow night?
Твоя первая защита титула, Ибрагим Сагов, против такого оппонента, как Дэйв Чейфи. И в последнем его матче мы видели его победу над очень сильным Тодзилой. Что ты готовишь для этого матча и как ты собираешься защищать этот титул?
Привет всем. Ко мне подъехали вот друзья, ингуши. Хаджмурат, салам алейкум. Но это поддержка, это всегда чувствуется, когда братская поддержка. Не знаю, сейчас чувствую себя еще сильнее. Это не значит, что если я один, я слабый. Ну, когда вместе, ну, это сила. Да, Дэйв выиграл Тодзилу, это было невероятно. Я не видел, что кто-то так легко выигрывает Тодда. Ну, я готовился особо, работал над скоростью еще, чтобы быть еще быстрее, да, чем когда-либо. И силовые добавил. А так, все меня знают, как я борюсь. Категория 115 становится интереснее, все интереснее. И, не знаю, все прошло как мне хотелось, без травм, без... Все было четко.
You know, first of all, hello to everyone and hello to my brothers from Ingushetia, because really, every time they're here to support me, I feel even stronger. Without them, I definitely feel worse. For Dave Chaffy, of course, he's an incredible opponent. He had a credible win on Todzilla, and really, I don't remember the last time ever that somebody dominated Todd like this. You know, everyone knows me how I pull, so I just did my best. I don't have any excuses about the preparation. It felt great, no injuries, nothing. I worked on my speed to be faster than ever and to be even stronger.
Очень сильно уважаю Дэйва. Честно, был удивлен, когда он показал на весах 112-900, а выглядел намного больше, крупнее. Это показывает, что он готовился очень сильно к этому матчу. И завтра посмотрим, кто выиграет.
You know, today when I saw Dave step on a scale and I saw like 112.9 kilograms, I was really surprised because he looks just massive. All the respect to Dave. But tomorrow we'll show a great fight, you know, I just can't wait for it.
Now, another question for Ibrahim and Dave from our audience gathered today for this match.
Thank you. So my question is for Dave. Do you think that your side pressure will be enough to just knock him out of his lane and win from the go? Or do you think he could be too quick for you from the start and get into his lane? And are you prepared to fight from the B side as well? Or do you think you're strong enough sideways to just knock him out of his lane?
I think it's going to be a mix. I got to be fast with my side pressure and some back pressure involved. I got to get to where I got to be. And if I can get to that position, I'll win the match.
I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Now, Ibrahim, we spoke yesterday privately, and you told me that you really feel like now you are more experienced in East versus West, and your form coming into this is significantly better than it's ever been. What have you done differently to prepare for this, man?
Когда мы с тобой разговаривали лично, ты мне говорил, что сейчас ты намного опытнее, чем когда-либо, и ты чувствуешь себя просто отлично. Ты набрал опыт в East versus West. Поменял ли ты что-либо в подготовке, чтобы принести что-то новое для Дэйва?
Ну, особо ничего не поменял. Опыт в том плане, что лишняя вода – это лишние проблемы, да, насчет выносливости. Менять что-то, если я боролся в разных техниках, это понятно. А так бороться в трицепс, борьбу в трицепс, там ничего такого особого нету, сюрприза. Добавил силовые. Сила мне нужна будет, как всем понятно, да?
You know, it's really hard to surprise anyone because they know how I pull. You know, if I had different styles, maybe I would be full of surprises. But this time, I just became stronger because this time I'm going to need a lot of strength.
Одной скоростью здесь не справиться, это дураку понятно. Потому что Дэйв может вытащить отсюда, и он способен на это, он сильный.
And everyone knows this isn't winnable just by speed. I have to be strong enough. If I rely only on speed, Dave will catch me and pull me out. So, it's obvious that I need a lot of strength, And the experience that you mentioned is also in the preparation that I made for East vs. West this time. It's just getting rid of the excess water. I realized just too much water is just too much problems with endurance. So I fixed that one as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, 115 kilogram is the weight for the championship of the world. Dave Chaffy, easy money from the USA, will challenge Ibrahim Sagov for the championship tomorrow night here at East vs. West in Zurich, Switzerland. Ladies and gentlemen, we are only 1 day away from East vs. West 20, brought to you by Gold Star Coffee, Infinity, Functional Performance, Grip Arm Sport, Titan Grip, and Triple X Fitness. Tomorrow night, we will see this lineup, but there is one more match, and it is the main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we move to that match now in the super heavyweight division. Please welcome Jerry Katarette of the USA. The ginger dread man in the house, Big Daddy Jerry Katarette, and he will face the towering figure from Siberia, Vitaly Lettin. Super heavyweight right arm, it goes down tomorrow, and we will throw the questions to our audience gathered here, and they can ask our athletes.
So first of all, thank you East vs. West for putting such an amazing card together. I think this is worth a big applause right here in Zurich. There's many great matches. There's one that I'm particularly interested in, and it's obviously Jerry versus Vitaly here. So I have a question for Jerry. Do you think that endurance will play a factor? And do you think that Vitaly's long lever will be an advantage or a disadvantage for you?
Advantage for me or advantage for him?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Do you think that his long lever is going to be for you a disadvantage or an advantage?
Well, obviously I've trained according to going against his long lever. And I feel as though it'll be a disadvantage for him and an advantage for me. I believe it opens him up further and enables me to get into my lane easier. But he's not someone that can be taken lightly. I expect that he's going to have some other tricks in his bag. And he's versatile and he's super strong. So you can never take that lightly. And so I'm going to come in well at 100% and be ready for whatever he brings to the table.
Thank you. And the second question was, do you think that endurance will play a factor?
Well, I'm banking on it coming down to endurance, right? I'd love for it to slip, go into the straps, and then have it be a long match. My history with long matches is, extremely high. So I would love for it to be a long match. Although don't get me wrong, I would love to end it real quick too, right? But I'm ready for it to be a war. I've trained for it to be a war, and I have a huge history of long matches, and so I'm well capable of out-enduring him, I believe. So we'll see what it comes down to.
Thank you.
And we have another question from our audience for Jerry and Mr. Lettin.
Okay, my question is primarily to Robert Baxter and Levan Saranashvili. How does the outcome of this match depend Levan's next opponents? Because there have been some rumors about it being Michael Todd, since we want to probably the whole arm wrestling community wants to see Devon pull Vitaly. So what's about Levan's next match after that one?
Who's that question to?
It's to Robert and Levan.
Yeah, this has a This is a very important match for several reasons. One, if Jerry wins, Levon doesn't want to go against Vitaly. He wants Michael Todd. So that's a big deal. And there's a lot riding on this, and that changes the rotation for everybody. It changes the match after that and after that. So it just kind of mixes things up.
We have another question from our audience.
My question comes to Vitaly. First of all, I want to say hello to all the athletes. And is it true you're not pulling Devon yet because you're waiting for his arm to fully heal, or because his speeches last longer than the matches? Is it true you're not pulling Devon yet because you're waiting for his arm to fully heal, or because his speeches last longer than the matches?
You talking me?
Vitaly.
Правда ли это то, что ты не борешься с Девоном для того, чтобы просто подождать, чтобы у него рука, она зажила и все с ним было хорошо, или ты не борешься с ним потому, что у него речь длиннее, чем его матчи?
Я не борюсь с Девоном, потому что нас судьба не сводит с ним. И я даю ему еще шанс подготовиться на меня. И для этого он вперед пустил Майкла и Джерри, чтобы посмотреть, в какой я форме. Он очень хитрый.
No, I'm not running away from Devon. I really want to pull him. Just fate didn't get us along. So he threw Michael and Jerry at me just to check in what shape I am. But I'm waiting for him.
Okay, hold on. So are you saying that you want to arm wrestle me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Because I want to arm wrestle you.
Потому что я хочу побороться с тобой.
Hey, Levon, you want to pull Michael, don't you? Levon, you want to pull Michael. I want to pull Vitaly. Vitaly want to pull me.
A question, because
Hermes
Levon
wants
is
to pull
asking
Jerry.
if anything. Could you please repeat the question that was asked for Levon, because he couldn't hear it really properly and he would like to answer it? The first question that was for Levon. Because he's saying, I think the question was for both him and Robert, and he couldn't answer it. So he would like to hear it again.
რობერტმა თქვა, რომ იტალისთან არ მინდა გადაწევა ეს თქობა არასწორად გამიგო, ჩვენაც ვისაუბრეთ. ეგრე არ არის, ანუ როცა ვიტალი და ჯერი გადაწევენ, თუ ვიტალი მოიგებს და თუ ვიტალის ექნება სურვილი და ორგანიზაციასაც ექნება სურვილი, სიამოვნებით გადავწევ ვიტალისთან. მაგრამ შემიძლია ასევე გადავწიო მაიკლ ტოთან, არ არის პრობლემა და მაიკლ ტოთან გადავწევ შეუძლიათ გადაწიონ მე ლარატმა და ვიტალინ და მათ შორის გამარჯვებულ შევხვდები. ანუ ჩემთვის პრობლემა არ არის, როგორც თვითონ ჩათვლიან, ასე ვთქვათ, საჭიროც ისე გადაწყვიტონ რა. და რა თქმა უნდა, ვითვალისწინებ ვიტალის აზრს, თუ ვიტალის ექნება სურვილი ამ მატჩის შემდეგ რომ ჩემთან გადაწიოს, მე წინააღმდეგი არა ვარ.
As I've heard the question about me and Michael pulling, as we've talked to Robert before this as well, I'm not against pulling Vitaly. Really, I would like to pull him. There is no problem with that. It's his decision after this match if he would like to pull me, and I always consider his wish as well. There's Michael, and I'm not opposing to pull against him, but I also have no problem with pulling Vitaly, or if they choose to set up Vitaly against Devon to pull the winner of that match as well. I have no problems with that.
Hello, everybody. My question is for Vitaly. Vitaly, you have been against a very tough opponent, Kamil.
Question for Vitaly.
Yeah. This question is for Vitaly. Vitaly, you have been against Kamil, a very tough presser, and now you're going against Jerry Katarette, another very tough presser. How do you think the match will go against Jerry compared to how it went against Camille?
Ты уже боролся с таким, прессером, как Камил, и у тебя еще один матч против еще одного прессера, это Джерри. Как ты думаешь, как этот матч пойдет, учитывая твое выступление против Камила?
Но если учитывать то, что правая рука у меня с прессом справляется намного лучше, чем левая, и у Джерри более такой пресс удобный и лояльный, нежели как у Камила, я думаю, что мне будет комфортно.
You know, my right arm deals with pressing way better. So considering that, and considering that Jerry's pressing is different from Camille's, it's way more comfortable, it's more loyal to you. I think I will have easier time with this.
Thank you.
Спасибо большое.
Am I good? Am I good? Hello. My question is for Robert Baxter, and the question is for you, but I'm morely addressing the whole team. Now that you finally, after the last troubled months, pulled it all together, first I want to say thank you to you and your team for keeping East vs. West alive and pulling it all together again. This must feel like This must feel so relieved seeing it all come together now. I bet you finally can breathe again and take a deep breath and focus on the future. And where do you see East versus West going into future?
I see us going to a much bigger audience. I see us going mainstream and actually be a regular sport like all the other mainstream sports. And I think we're on our way. We're making great progress. It's just we've got to stay the course and keep improving each event. And it's a hard thing to do when you change venues each time. It's a lot easier if you stay in the same venue each event. But that's not the way to grow. The way UFC's shown us the model, they travel all over the world, and they're picking up fans as they go. We're also doing a lot in social media and in other broadcast forms that are outside of pay-per-view we're working on. That's going to help us get to mainstream. We have a lot of different ways that we have planned to do that. The athletes are going to help us as well.
Thank you for the answer, and thank you for again for doing all the work. And how about East versus West in Germany?
Jerry Katarette, I want to come to you one more time. Let's talk about styles making matches, Jerry. Let's talk about styles making matches. A few years ago, we spoke privately, and we were talking about you and your X-Factor style and who you felt you could beat. At that time, you were trying to make bets with Levan Saganashvili to exchange a car on the match. And that night, in that conversation, a question came in about Vitaly Lettin, and you said that you felt you were certain that you were a horrible match for him stylistically. And yet we've seen him evolve over the time period since then. He's bolted on different aspects to his game. Do you still feel that this version of Vitaly Lettin, do you still feel that you're a major stylistic issue for him?
Well, first, let me thank every single one in here for coming. You guys are the ones that make this sport what it is, and thank you guys all for getting the pay-per-view. Without you guys, there is no sport, right? And that's always impressive. The fan base has been growing, and it's amazing to watch it grow, right? Just sucks that I'm over 40, but 50, whatever counts. This year has been a little bit tough for me, right? It was a challenging year. I lost my dad, who was my best friend, and it took me a while to overcome that and the adversities. And you don't know, but losing your hero is tough. He's the only guy in the world that wanted me to be better than him. So me getting over that was super difficult. I'm still burdened with it, right? And it's always there. It eats at you. But I used it as fuel, right? And so to answer your question, I know Vitali's an amazing opponent. I know he's awesome. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't. He's beaten a plethora of people. I think his talent level is ridiculous. He's still young. He's still growing. He's still going up. There's no question that he's good. But I feel, and if I wouldn't have shown up if I didn't feel certain that I was going to win. So my goal is to come over here and, do it for my dad, right? And make sure that I come over here and I put on the best show and I beat him. And whatever it takes, I've got plenty of stamina. And I think that long lever is going to help me. But we're going to find out tomorrow, right? And there'll be nothing left on that table. It's going to go down like a war, right? Just remember how Rocky IV ended, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we leave and set these guys up for the face-off, which will follow the press conference, we will go straight to the face-off in a couple of minutes. I want to quickly go around our super heavyweights assembled on the tables and get an indication of how they feel this match will go down. Hermes Gasparini, the gladiator, I want you to give me your pick for tomorrow night. A name. Will it be Lettin? Will it be Katarette? How do you see this going down? Who wins tomorrow, Hermes?
In the beginning, thank you all the guys to come here. A lot of Italian, so really fantastic. It's very, very close match because stylistically it's very difficult for Lettin. I think it will be close, 50-50 really. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see if Lettin can play smart, he can win. To have a very good victory. But if the match will stop at some point, I put all my money to Jerry.
Ladies and gentlemen, no limits, Devon Larratt. Let's get your take. Give me a name, Devon Larratt. Who wins tomorrow night and why?
Jerry Katarette. Jerry Katarette. Jerry Katarette. Easy. Easy.
Легко, Jerry Katarette.
1, 2, 3.
Раз, два,
Just
три.
like that.
Вот так просто.
Set it up, whatever, ready, go, bang, bang, bang.
Выставление, ready, go, что угодно. 1, 2, 3.
Finished.
Finish.
Over. See you in March or April.
Увидимся в марте или апреле.
Ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, let's hear the opinion of the overall champion of the world, Levan Saganashvili.
I think Vitali's favorite, but Vitali favorite on paper, I very interested to look at this match because I pull with Jerry, and now I want to look how Vitali pull with Jerry. And if fight go in strap, I think Jerry has a good chance to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the opinions of our super heavyweight legends and guests up there at the table tonight. It will go down tomorrow night, East versus West 20. Brought to you by Triple X Fitness. Tomorrow night, ladies and gents, still time for you to buy the pay-per-view. We are going to get these tables out of the way and we are going to face these guys off. Please don't go anywhere. We will be right back after a short break with the face-off. for East versus West 20 here in Zurich. See you in a couple of minutes. Athletes, please stay seated. Oh, excuse me. Move to the side of the stage. Athletes, just move to the side. We're going to get Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Zurich, Switzerland for East versus West 20 in association with Gold Star Coffee, Infinity, Functional Performance, Grip Arm Sport, Titan Grip, and Triple X Fitness. It is now time to face off our athletes for tomorrow night's card, and we will do so in match order, starting with our ladies' match, which will start us off tomorrow night. Firstly, I would like you to welcome this young lady making her debut here at East versus West and representing Sweden. Raise it up for Elina Pearson. Elina Pearson of Sweden. And her opponent will hail from right here in Switzerland. She is a multiple national, European, and world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, raising up for Stezana Bataglia. Stezana Bataglia, Elina Pearson starts us off tomorrow night here at East versus West 20. And that got intense in a different way. Ladies and gentlemen, Pearson of Sweden, Evva of Switzerland. They start us off tomorrow night, and we move to the second match on the card, ladies and gents. And I would like you to raise it up and welcome Bataglia of Italy. Bataglia will face the man from Turkey. He is a world champion. Raise it up for Feck. Feck of Turkey, Bataglia of Italy. The big boys in match number 2 on the right arm. It will go down tomorrow night here at East versus West 20 in Zurich, Switzerland. Remember, evwsports.com. You can get your pay-per-view tomorrow night. It will go down here in Zurich. And match number 3 on the card promises to bring hellfire. And the first of our athletes hails from and is representing Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Sergei Kalachenko. Sergei Kalachenko, he will face the man who cannot be tamed. He hails from and is representing Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for the world horse, Matt Mas. Kalachenko and Mask. Tomorrow night it goes down. Left arm match. Mas and Kalachenko, they have history. Tomorrow they will settle the score here at East versus West 20. Canada versus Ukraine. Match number 4. We see 2 world champions collide. Firstly, this man making his way up in weight, and the first time at 77 kilos. He hails from and is representing Kazakhstan. Raise it up and show you up for Daniil Ustanov. And his opponent hails from and is representing Lithuania via Copenhagen, Denmark. He is the former East versus West champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Moriarty Mindaugas Teratis. Size up your opponent. Ustinov is coming up in division. He will face Mendegas, Moriarty, Teratis. What a match in prospect there, ladies and gentlemen. The 77 kilos right arm. It is on, and we move to the next match on our card, which will take place on the right arm. And the powerhouse from Ukraine, Maharid. Maharid of Ukraine. Super powerful individual he will need to be as he faces a legendary puller hailing from and representing Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Yoshinobu Kanai. Yoshinobu Kanai, the warlord of Japan, facing Maharid, the man with an unstoppable hook, versus a man who is hard to hook. Maharid and Kanai will collide tomorrow here at East versus West 20 in Zurich, Switzerland, brought to you by Total X Fitness. We move into the left arm for our next match on the card. It will be for the welterweight championship of the world on the left arm, and it will be contested between Latvia's finest Toms Rosett. Toms Rosett of Latvia, in the best shape we've ever seen him. He says he is ready, he is revved, he will try to take the title from Oleg Jacqu. This man is in the discussion for the pound-for-pound best lefty we have ever seen in the sport of arm wrestling. Oleg Jacqu of Ukraine is the East versus West champion of the world. He brings the belt, and he will defend tomorrow night here. Jacqu and Rosett. EVWsports.com, ladies and gents, if you want to get the pay-per-view to watch the champion of the world, Oleg Jacqu, defend the title against Latvia's Toms Rosett. For our next match, we move to the ladies in the open weight division, and the challenger, who is well known to all fans of East versus West arm wrestling. She hails from and is representing Slovakia. Please raise it up for Bachova. Her opponent brings the belt to the table. Her home is Brazil, and she is known as the Iron Angel. Please welcome Gabriela Vasanchelos. Gabriela, the Iron Angel Vasanchelos, and she will face Barbora Bachova. One is the champion on the right, one on the left. Tomorrow will we see the title change hands and go back to Slovakia, or will it return to Brazil? Match number 8 is in the men's super heavyweight division, and it will be contested between Poland and Armenia. The first of our athletes hails from and is representing Poland. He is known as the Golden Dragon. Welcome, Kamil Jablonski. And his opponent is a powerhouse representing Armenia. Ladies and gentlemen, show your love for David Dikan. David Dikan, Kamil Jablonski, the Golden Dragon of Poland, will face Dikan of Armenia in a highly anticipated super heavyweight showdown here at East versus West 20, and you can feel the intensity coming off that match, and we are a day out. And the hits just keep on coming as we move to our next match on the card in the 95 kilogram weight class for the championship of the world. And the challenger hails from and is representing the great arm wrestling nation of Georgia. Raise it up for Irakli Saakashvili. And his opponent brings the belt to the table and is the East versus West champion of the world from the United States of America, Todd Hutchkins. Right arm, Hutchkins defends the belt against a young man with big aspirations. Zirakashvili tells us he's in the best shape of his life, and tomorrow night he will try to take the title from Todd Hutchkins. What a match. And you can see it tomorrow night live. EVWsports.com is where you can buy that pay-per-view. We are not done. Match number 10. It is also to be contested on the right arm for the vacant 105 kilogram championship of the world. And I'd like you to welcome firstly this athlete, hailing from and representing Georgia, showing up for Nugo Shikadz. He will face an incredible puller representing Ukraine. Raise it up for Oleg Petrinko. Nugo Shikadz, Oleg Petrinko. Tomorrow night it goes down, and this is one of the most evenly contested matches. Many people's opinions split, Petrinko or Nugo. Pick your winner as we move on to match number 11. It will be on the right arm, ladies and gents, and it is for the 115 kilogram championship of the world. Ladies and gents, firstly, representing the USA, easy money, Dave Chaffy. And his opponent brings the belt to the table. He is the East versus West champion of the world. Please raise it up for Ibrahim Sagov. Ibrahim Sagov, easy money, Dave Chaffy. Showdown in prospect. And both men want that belt. Sagov and Chaffy will decide it tomorrow night here in Zurich. And what a match in prospect. Two of the strongest men in the sport, regardless of weight class, will clash tomorrow night on the right arm. And ladies and gentlemen, one more match. It is the main event of the evening in East versus West 20, brought to you by Gold Star Coffee, Infinity Functional Performance, Grip Arm Sport, Titan Grip, and Triple X Fitness. Ladies and gents, please welcome this man making his way to center stage. He is representing the United States of America and is a many-time world champion and North American champion, the legendary Big Daddy Jerry Katarette. And his opponent is a multiple national, European and world champion. Welcome the towering Vitaly Lettin. There is a height difference. There is a style difference. Is there a level difference in our main event tomorrow night? Pick your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Vitaly Lettin, Jerry Katarette. It goes down tomorrow here in Zurich. Ladies and gents, I am here with Robert Baxter. We are excited about tomorrow night's card. We hope you are too, and we will see you right back here. Zurich, Switzerland, East versus West 20. Tomorrow, it goes down, and we'll see you then.